Hello YouTube, this is Bentley here to re-review the Homestead Invasion. I'll be using a new script written and thought out formula instead of just reviewing the game right there, right then and right there as I'm doing gameplay. So let's begin. Number one, I don't like the gunplay with one of the four guns. It's the Uzi. I myself can't use the Uzi. Every time I've tried, I just find it impossible to hurt anything. I'm practically putting everything. I'm sure it's meant to be close range, but when you have to guard two doors, you can't be at just one of the doors because they'll break in through the other door if you're putting all your focus on that one. It makes it where either I have to risk them always breaking in for me to guard one door, or me just doing the thing where I hide in the corner, wait for them both to come to me, and just quickly keep firing. I haven't done that with the Uzi. I have played that way with the pistol, and that way to the point works. Number two, I don't like the lack of defense options. These creatures can break through each piece of wood in just 2 hits, and there's about 3 or 4 ways to get into the building. Now, I say 3 or 4 because there's supposed to be 4 if they use the downstairs, though I've never seen them use the downstairs. Instead, even if no matter how long they bang, maybe it's just that I kill them beforehand, but and that's a while for me to get to them, I will say. Probably like 15, 20 seconds. But they don't break through it. Instead, throughout the game, they'll randomly just throw one of them that decides to go through the rooftop, I believe. And if it is through the downstairs and not the rooftop, then the door doesn't stay open afterwards to show me that they are breaking in through downstairs. Instead, the door is already shut and already locked, which is another problem because it makes me very confused how they got in here if the door is already locked. Number three, the AI's pathing in time gets a bit broken. If you are using a Vive like I was, if you go to the top left, top right, bottom left, or bottom right of the moving pad instead of jumping, if you use movement, I prefer movement over jumping. I find it to have this kind of effect where I double in speed. I use the speed from me going straight and then me going sideways. Combine it if I go, let's say, a 45, 135, 225, or 315-degree angle on my thing. So just, the very corners. It allows me to go about as fast as they do, so they can never catch me. And doing this at times, I've seen it also breaks the creatures where they just stop chasing me in general. Uh, Number four is I don't like the abruptness of winning or losing in this game. When you win, the screen just switches over to an area pointed towards the center of the map going, you survived the invasion or whatnot. It'll be up on the screen as I'm saying this. That's really not that interesting to get to. I mean, surviving all the way is fun, but that ending really just gives me no feeling of satisfaction or no feeling of achievement. Number five is the noises are a bit loud and annoying, in my opinion. When placing a board, it's like a giant slam every single time. And it's kind of a pain with the Vive because I'm sure I can change the volume down, but it's not that loud to begin with. And when the generator is running, it's a constant loud noise no matter where you are. I myself don't like that feature as well. Number six, the guy on the radio. This is just a plot thing. The guy on radio is a jackass. He's looking down at you, fighting off hordes of these monsters. Well, just sit up there the whole time, giving you weapons to defend yourself instead of coming to help you. As well, if you have no clue why you came down in the first place, it seems like it's extremely deadly down there. And you don't have any reason why. You were never told what your mission was. You just ended up at the bottom of a broken ladder. And it's not like you just fell down. You're deliberately trying to get down to the ground. And now let's go over the bugs. Now, the first bug I've come across, or the first set of bugs, isn't a big issue. It's kind of like places where they can't hit you and you can hit them. That's the kind of bugs I look for. It's what I mean when I say I try to break the game. I find ways to break AI when I play VR games, because VR tracking is very basic for the most part for AI. And I'll be showing clips of it, of course, as I'm talking. Number two, when boarding up windows for the first time, the wood will glitch sometimes and go to this go green. It won't say it's placed, but it will place itself, meaning that this will either mean that you've put the wood down, but the game doesn't technically render you putting the wood down. Now, doing this means one of two things. One, sometimes when you try to call on your radio, the game itself will not allow you to click the little button allowing you to continue on your radio. It will instead just completely freeze in place. Now, it freezing in place is a pain because you have to grab another piece of wood and put it up. Though if it does not freeze in place, the game will just make it where the creatures cannot destroy the board because it's theoretically not a placed wooden board. It is a object to try to show you in the tutorial how to place it. So you've become invincible through that door. They'll just stack up outside of it. Those are my major bugs that I've seen. Now, my reasons for why this game is good is more of the sense of survival that you have. It's the idea that you are getting swarmed. It's the idea that you have to be able to barricade. It's the idea that you have to do all of these steps to ensure survival. It's not just some run around and shoot game. I mean, I play it like that because I kind of understand the mechanics, but right off the bat, you don't have to play it like that. You can actually try to play the game legitimately instead of just going around breaking the game like I always do. But yeah, the really the best part about this game is just its fact of fear and survival. That's what it has going for it. That's its leverage. But if you're not worrying about the bugs or anything like that, it's just a fun game with a bunch of creatures that are trying to attack you. I think that the game needs more stuff added. Maybe different creatures, of course, but with different creatures, you need to balance it. Like more spots that they attack you, maybe like an interactive monitor that allows you to put up defenses at certain times, lay traps out on the battlefield before they get to you. Just different things to make it where the homestead isn't just literally the front door. That is my review of this game. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, I will be doing more reviews in the future. Please enjoy this video and enjoy the rest of your day. Goodbye.
Okay, so now, the last ability. Okay.